Welcome to EasyB Software, my introduction demo video for our ProTimer software. My name is Kenny Brownlee. ProTimer is a project and phone support time management software. It's a very simple program that will help you keep track of your time that you spend on projects like developing websites, software, and such as that. Also, at the same time, you can track phone support as phone calls come in. Now, if you want to find out more, go to easybsoftware.com, browse down to the bottom of that home page, and you'll find a link for ProTimer. And you can find out more information here and then download it and so forth from there. You're going to need several things. You're going to need Windows 10 or 11. You're going to need SQL Server 2017. The Express Edition is perfectly fine. You're going to need .NET 4.7 or higher. Most people, if you're running 10 and 11, you've already got the .NET 4.7. If you don't have SQL Server 2017, I'll be glad to install it for you. So let's take a look at the program. When you crank up the program or get it installed, you're going to get 7 days trial. Now it's showing 6. That's because I'm a day late on the video. As you can see, it's going to be activated by an activation key. If you purchase software, you'll get the key. It's a one-time license to buy or purchase and use. It's not a monthly fee. It's not online. It's not a web-based program. It's a desktop application. On the left side of the screen, I've got a project master file, and I can add as many projects as I need. I can enter the customer's name or client name, and I can enter a project description. On the right side of the screen is my project details, and I can add as many project details for each project that I may need. If I click on that one, this has got 2 going. The first one's got 3 going. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn that off. Actually, that was left there from a previous video. But before we get into much more of this, let me show you the settings, the system setup. Right now, the system's set, the time trigger is set at 1 second. An incident is set at 15 minutes, and it's 1 for every 0.25 hours, every 15 minutes. Now you can change those settings right here. You can change it to 3 minute, 6, 9, 12, 15, half hour, or an hour. I have it set to 15 minutes because that's basically how I do it. I charge my customers flat fees for so many occurrences or incidents per month. And if they go over those incidents, then they get charged appropriately. So basically my system, or what I do when my time's running, my customer gets charged at least 1 incident just by answering the phone. So it's a quarter hour. If it rolls in another, if it rolls past 15 minutes, gets into 16 minutes, it turns into 2.5 hours. If it rolls into over 30 minutes, but between 45, it automatically turns into 3. And it automatically rolls into 0.75. And you can see how this is going. 1.25 hours is 5 incidents. If I change this to 3, you can see that all of a sudden my increments has changed to 0.05. Now it's jumping that each time 3 minutes goes by. Now I'm up to a quarter of an hour, and I've got 5 occurrences. 5 times 3 is 15 minutes. So you can see how this is working, and it's also considered to be a minimum support time. So those are the things or considerations you want to consider when you set this up. Okay? So I'm just going to leave it at 15, and I'm going to exit out of here. I'm not going to apply it or save it. Now we're back to the main screen. Now let's say that I come in the next day and I'm ready to pick up on this guy. Now I've already billed these, so I don't want to. That tells me that I've already added that time to that customer's ongoing work order in my accounting system. So But if I did accidentally click start on this, the program tells me that I've already built it. Are you sure? So that's kind of what the build does. It protects me from starting this over or resuming it. So I just want to get on this last one, and so I'm going to resume rather than start, because if I start, it's going to zero it out. Start from scratch. If I resume, it's picking up at 31 minutes. And you can see my time running right there. Now at this point, I can minimize the screen down, go on about my business of whatever it is I'm doing. Work on the project of whatever I'm doing. Okay, you see how it's going? And now lunch comes along. I crank this program back up or pull it back up off my taskbar, and I say, hey, stop. Let me go ahead and save that. Okay? And I'll go ahead and save all because I'm going to eat lunch and I want to make sure that I've got that saved. I don't want to. Now I'll get back where I was. So then I go and eat lunch. I come back later, and just as I'm ready to resume, I get a phone call. Okay, well, let me click the support session and start a phone support session. Okay? Now this stuff can run independently of each other. If I wanted to, normally you wouldn't, but I could resume this. So they're running independently. Okay? My phone support's running. And my project's running. Okay? So I'm on the phone with a customer. So I'm going to do whatever it is I need to do. And once I'm finished with that, I can pull up my phone support. I can stop it. Record what just happened. It was only 1 minute, but for me, it's an incident. So I go and record that to that customer's open work order. So he's used up 2 incidents this month, or he's used up 3. And so that's how he gets billed. That's how I do it. Now, even though, because I set it at 15 minutes, the final hour on that is actually 0.25 hours. Okay? And I could resume that if I wanted to. Okay? Or I could quit. Okay? Let's just let it run. I'm going to go back into my projects, and it's still running as well. So I got both of them running. Okay? As you can see, that's still running. And this is running. Now, phone support finished. I've calculated what my time is, and I've taken care of that. Kill it. I don't need it anymore. And now I'm back on my project, so I can take off and start working on my project. At the end of the day or whenever I'm done, I stop. I add my time, and now I save all. And at the end of the day, and I can look at this project, I've got 150 minutes, 2.7 hours. Okay, that's decimal. That's not 2 minutes and 70 seconds. That's 2.70 hours. Okay. For that one job or that one thing I did today, I only had, it's totaled up to 33 minutes. Okay, now notice that it's 0.75. That's because it's 33 minutes. So it's already, instead of being a half hour, it's actually already jumped to 45 minutes, 3 sessions or 3 incidents, see? Simply because it rolled past 30 minutes and it automatically rolled into an incident. So that's how that works. Now, hopefully, if you find that this program will work for you, maybe you can install it, check it out for 7 days. And I got 2 editions of this software. One edition is your standard edition. It's basically just the software, okay? The second option, if you go to my store, is if I install SQL Server, I install a little bit of extra money for my time to install SQL Server for you. Now, if you're trying it out, I'll install SQL Server. I'm not going to charge you for that. I'm only going to charge you if you end up purchasing the program. Okay? So that's how it works. Hey, thanks for watching the video, and I hope to hear from you.